Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be telling you 5 fun facts you might not have known about the Endermite in Minecraft. The Endermite is one of the most bizarre mobs because its spawn condition is unlike any other mob in the game, which if you don't know is whenever you throw an ender pearl, you have a 5% chance of spawning an Endermite. So there's no reliable way to know when you're going to get them and when they do show up, and their behavior makes it even weirder, so I'm going to be telling you 5 things you might not have known about them today. So please do like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like these sorts of videos. I know a lot of people like them before the update. Let's see if you like them after it with a like. But yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start by just mentioning that I am slightly ill right now. That's why my voice sounds slightly funny. Don't worry, I'm powering through it. There's update stuff to do, but let's get straight into this, shall we? With the first one, and just bear in mind we're going to be spawning in with a spawn egg, because even though we could throw ender pearls over and over them again until we got it, I think it's much easier just to spawn them, because this is a 100% chance versus 5% chance. So yeah, let's spawn in our first one to show you my first fun fact, and I really like this one. You probably already know, but if you don't know, it's basically that because soul sand, is like slightly smaller than regular blocks, they kind of sink into it, and because their model is so small, it actually suffocates them, which actually, it might just seem like it's a fun, useless little fact, like, oh, Endermites suffer in soul sand. What a very bizarre, coincidental fact. But besides it being just a cool thing to show off, like, look at me, I'm killing Endermites like this, it also has a second cool little benefit, which is the fact that if you're throwing ender pearls and you really can't be, afford to be hit by anything, if you try and land on a soul sand, then if you do accidentally, so I'll just do right now, if you do accidentally spawn Endermite, then it will die instantly, because if the Endermite spawns just behind you, I could do this over and over again, but you get the point. If an Endermite spawns just behind you in soul sand, it's entirely fine. So yeah, if you really want to be tactical with your ender pearls, try and throw them in soul sand. I mean, there's kind of a downside to it too, but it's just a fun little fact right there. So that is number 1. Endermites drown in soul sand, which doesn't make too much sense, but it's still kind of interesting to watch. But let's move on to fun fact number 2, which is actually the Endermite is actually affected by Bane of Arthorpods. So Bane of Arthorpods is an enchantment you can get for the sword. There are 3 damage-based ones. There is Sharpness, there is Smite, and there is Bane of Arthorpods. Bane of Arthorpods, which I have at level 5 right here, is by far the most useless, because even though it's more common than Sharpness, and it does more damage than Sharpness, it's only effective against Arthropod mods, which if you don't know is insect-based mobs. So it's useful against the spider, which has less health than normal, but it means you can kill it in one hit, but then it's useful against nothing else, because even though it's useful against the Endermite, it does give you more damage. Think about it. A regular diamond sword, which I think I have somewhere in here. Yep, a regular diamond sword. Okay, so we've spawned one in there. A regular diamond sword will kill him in one hit. So why do we need Bane of Arthropods 5? The answer to that question is you don't, but if you want to overkill, these things, if you're like, I really hate Endermites, then Bane of Arthropods is for you. But if that is your case, then maybe, I don't know, sort out the anger issues, then you can deal with your enchantments in Minecraft. So yeah, that is Bane of Arthropods. It works on Endermites, and it's technically a buff to Bane of Arthropods, but it's still the most useless enchantment, because, both Silverfish and, Endermites are super, super rare, and is it worth being more effective against something you can kill in one hit anyway? Probably not, but that's just my opinion, and that's why it's fun fact number 2, because you might not have known that it is an Arthropod mob, because Arthropod isn't a term most people throw around all the time. But yeah, let's move on to fun fact number 3, which actually relates to the, the reward you get for killing an Endermite. So, even though an Endermite, I mean, you can argue it's kind of dangerous, it only does like it does half a heart to 1/2 damage, I think it's because I got the armor on that's doing less, which, you could argue is really, really bad, but, when you kill it as, kind of, to make up the fact that it's a lot weaker than other mobs, you don't actually get the full hostile mob experience bonus. So, almost every single other hostile mob in the game gives you 5 experience when killed, this one gives you 3, and it's very tricky to notice while I'm level 32, but it basically means that if you want to farm something for XP, this is not that. And I know I don't need to tell you that normally, but because this is the only mob that can be spawned in at will whenever you want, you just have to throw ender pearls over and over again, it might be worth mentioning that, having an Endermite farm isn't going to be useful to you, because they have no drops, they just have free XP, which is less than everything else, and basically, as far as, like, killing them for gain goes, there isn't really a gain. You can kill them, but you're not going to ever get anything. So, not even any rare drops, not even any, like, armor drops, nothing like that. Obviously, Endermites can't wear armor. They have free XP, and that's all you get when you kill them. It's just an inconvenient little thing. But that's fun fact number 3. So, fun fact number 4 is actually a console exclusive, as far as I'm aware, but it might be on the Pocket Edition later too. But basically, it's to do with the render distance. So, if you don't know, the render distance on console varies from console to console, but it's generally like 10 to 18 chunks. It's pretty far, like 160 to, like, close to 300 blocks. That's a lot, right? But different blocks have different render distances. So chests, for instance, if I can see a chest nearby here, well, I wouldn't be able to because it's so far away. They're actually okay, so that chest over there, do you see it? If I get really far back, you won't be able to see the chest. And mobs actually have their... There you go, you can see the chest disappears, even though the anvil does not. But yeah, an interesting little fun fact about this is the fact that Endermites have one of the shortest render distances of any individual item. And again, this is a console exclusive. So we spawn just 3 of them in there, so you can see they do exist. And then we'll go out here, just so you can see them, but they can't see us. Now, or they can apparently see us anyway. But now if we just go back a little bit, I think it's 16 blocks, boom, they're gone. So the entire range that you can see them from, because it is 16 blocks as far as I can tell, is the entire range they'll be hostile from. So as as long as they have a path to you, as long as they can see you, they will be hostile, and it's kind of interesting. They're the only mob that just, de-renders, and there's no good reason for them to either, because, they take so little, screen space to render on stuff, but yeah, they're gone, but they're not actually gone, they're just gone for a second. So, let's move on to the final fun fact here, which is one that, again, is very unique to the Endermites. That, as useless a mob as they are very, very unique, because basically, the Endermites, on top of, all the things I've said so far, they're very unique because of the fact that when you do spawn them naturally, or even if you spawn them unnaturally, no matter how you get an Endermite, so let's just try and get one, just to prove a point. Okay, we're gonna kill ourselves, but if you do get an Endermite to spawn in, basically they're the only mob in the game that even if you stay within distance of them, because most mobs despawn when you get, 64 blocks away or something like that, the Endermite is an exception to this rule. The Endermite, no matter what happens, will despawn in 2 minutes. Even if he's at that distance, if we wait for 2 minutes, he would despawn. I mean, I could make him follow me around for 2 minutes, but I think you can trust my word for this one. But there is a tiny exception, and again, it's one of these exceptions where it's like, I hope no one actually decides to do this unless there's a good reason, but what you can actually do, if you really don't want your Endermites despawning, if you grow attached to good old Timmy over here, what you can actually do is you can actually, throw a name tag on him, and then when he's got a name tag, he won't despawn. So, if you've ever wanted to have an, Endermite as a pet, what you can actually do is, we can, wait, if we just go forwards a little bit, we can dig ourselves a hole, and get the Endermite trapped in there, and then we'll have an Endermite as a pet. It's the worst pet ever, I say like a rabbit's technically a pointless pet. The Endermite is a genuinely pointless pet. There is no good reason to have one, but if you want one, name tag it, and it will, never despawn, which is like the other mobs, but it despawns normally. So, yeah, that's the Endermite. Very, very cute little bug. He's now my pet. I've decided that's the fact. And, yeah, I hope you did all enjoy this video about Endermites. If you did like it, please do like it and let me know. Wait, do you see that? Okay, there you go. There's the 2-minute timer. Just got running out. He just despawned in front of me. I hope you did all enjoy the video. Please do like it if you did like it. Share it if you really liked it. And subscribe if you're new around here. I know a lot of you like these, 5 fun fact videos. So, the support will be very much appreciated. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all do have nice days. And I'll see you all in the next video. I've got a bunch of TU31 videos. Please do check. There's a little link in the description that says, check over recent videos. I've been uploading like 5 or 6 a day. So if you missed one, check that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye.